Hello, everybody. Hello, Jessica. We're just going to wait for some more people to get into chat and into the stream. I was just in the process. Hi, Carrie Lynn. I was just in the process posting the update on Suzanne Morphew when I got news that there was some news on the Lori Vallow. Hi, Janice. Hi, Des. So yeah, so I got, as I'm uploading that video, I got news that there was some news on Lori Vallow and her case that is supposed to start next Monday. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Lisa from Mississippi. Okay, so have you guys heard yet? Did you see my post that I put regarding Lori Vallow? Hello, Idaho. Hello, Linda. Okay, so if you guys haven't checked out the updated video I just did on Suzanne Morphew, you got to go and check that out. Okay, so some of you have heard about the Lori Vallow stuff and some of you haven't, so I'm going to update you. And we're going to have a little chit chat about it because I have some theories about why she did what she did. Okay, so the updated read I just did on Suzanne Morphew, there's some clues in there. I got some really strong intuition from things that came out in that read, and I believe that it was Suzanne that was giving us the information that came out. It's a good read, and I'm going to do that map thing. If you guys have already seen the video, I am going to do the map thing. I was getting ready to do that when this popped up about Lori Vallow. Okay, so I'm going to get into it. So apparently, Lori Vallow has waived her preliminary hearing. She was in court today. Everybody was caught off guard. I just started getting messages. Carrie Lynn, I'm in Canada. I started getting tons of messages to go and check into this. So Lori Vallow was in court today. It was broadcast. And I'm just getting into that now, Darlene. It was broadcast and she was in court alone. Her lawyer was on Zoom chat. Her lawyer was not in court with her. So this was like spur of the moment. So this is like things happened with, yes, Des, you got to check that out. It's good. It's like, I think there's something there. I think once Lori and her lawyer, no, I don't think she's going to plead, Lee. Once her and her lawyer seen what happened with Chad, I think there's very good reason why she did what she did by waiving her preliminary hearing, which means she's going directly to arraignment. So that arraignment should happen, I would say soon, within the next week or so. So here's the thing. This is one of the reasons why Lori's tongue twister, Lori's lawyer, okay, LL, you can all laugh at me, did not want their two cases connected because the Crown Attorney or District DA, it's a DA in the States, the DA did not want their cases done or the DA wanted to do their preliminary hearings together. And Lori's lawyer, here we go again. Try and say that fast, you guys. Said no, they wanted separate preliminaries. Thanks, Des. I laugh at myself. So anyway, and I knew that there was something up there, but couldn't really pinpoint it. Now, if you guys know about Chad's preliminary, a lot of stuff come out in that preliminary that we didn't know about, especially with Melanie Gibb, okay? And with the one forensics guy that was the head honcho there for that dig, okay? To me, those were two main things, okay? Oh, thank you, Linda. I appreciate that so much. So seeing what came out and seeing how Melanie Gibb was drilled at on the stand, we're afraid of a lot of things right now, okay? The two people that we know could absolutely tell us exactly what happened at Chad's property those 2 times where the kids were killed and buried, Chad and Alex. Alex is dead. He's out of the equation, okay? The only living one is Chad. Chad could blow this thing out of the water, too. I really appreciate that, Linda. Thank you so much. It really helps a lot. Lori dumped the water for her. So by her waiving her preliminary hearing, that means no further information except for what has been put out there already, okay, is going to be brought out before Chad's trial. And I think she's going to make sure Chad goes to court first, okay? And the reason I'm saying all this is because I think Melanie P. Plowski was going to be put on the stand in Lori's prelim. I've heard that. Melanie Gibb was going to be put on the stand. Melanie Gibb's boyfriend was going to be put on the stand. And there was another person that, through the grapevine, to Melanie Plowski and Lori, that Chad had dealings with too, and so did Alex. But Alex isn't part of the equation anymore. He can't say nothing. Okay? Okay, Darlene, I got you, girl. We're going to get to that too. So Lori is going to all extent to keep any more information from being brought out that may give Chad a heads up as to which way she's going to go in. She's going to go in a way that's going to benefit her, number one, but she wants to see what's going to happen with Chad first, okay? Do you remember that read that I did, the past, present, future? Buckle Up Buttercup one, where I said Chad and Lori were going to be pinned against each other? That's coming. Lori, before Chad was arrested, and Chad said, speak to that lawyer. When the police were there doing the excavation at the day that they found the bodies, okay? They talked in riddle. Chad knew that he could talk to a lawyer and they can't record that, okay? That's all confidential. So he's giving messages to the lawyer. When Lori talks to that lawyer, which is her lawyer, that conversation is also, so it's like they're having a private conversation, Chad and Lori, and nobody can record it or listen to it. That's how they've been telling you. Chad was giving this lawyer, Lori's lawyer, all this information on to what is happening, what he thinks, what course of action they're going to take. And he thought him and Lori were going to stick together. Now, this is just my opinion, guys, but I'm seeing it clear as day. Okay? Chad's attorney was insinuating hers and Alex's relationship was inappropriate, so he's going down that. And Lori had a story to tell. And anything that had to be changed in that story that was going to be told when they got to trial, any messages that they didn't want recorded went to this lawyer, And then that lawyer gave it to Lori, because that client lawyer privilege, they cannot record or listen to. The authorities can't. So this is how I think Lori and Chad have been talking the whole time Lori's been in jail without being recorded. They're passing messages to the same lawyer, which to me is a conflict of interest. Okay? Because the co-defendants in the same charges for the same case. Okay? So to me, I know here in Canada, if you're a co-defendant in a case, the judge nails down, you guys are not allowed any communication directly or indirectly. So by Chad going to her lawyer and then her lawyer going to her and her telling her lawyer things that are going back to Chad, that's all being kept secret, and law enforcement can't do nothing about it. Okay? So I think there's a lot of that going on. And what I think is Lori, is the manipulator that she is getting all this information, which is going to change the way she deals with this case. This is why I think she waived the preliminary hearing, because she doesn't want Chad's lawyer and Chad to figure out what she's doing behind the scenes. Okay? I think she is going to try to nail Chad and Alex for these murders. Now, everything I say is in my opinion only, okay? It's not proven in, any affidavits or court documents or anything. This is only my opinion from what I'm seeing and dealing with a lot of criminal cases, okay? Lori's going to turn on Chad, and Lori's doing things behind the scene that Chad has no idea about. By the way, I'm formerly known as DDD Okay, Darlene. Lee Hampton, her attorney was in court taking notes. No, I don't think her lawyer wasn't beside her today in court. He was on a Zoom. So he was probably in his office and they put it all on a Zoom. I don't think he was in court with her. Not from what I seen anyway. He was in a totally different box than Lori. I think that the judge was up on the left, top left. The DA was on the top right. Her lawyer was on the bottom left and she was on the bottom right. Oh, okay, Vicky, I didn't know that the judge had already placed an order. So if that's the case, this is how they're communicating, is through that lawyer. And that lawyer is a slime ball. He's not well versed in criminal law. He's a family lawyer. Lori's lawyer is not a criminal defense lawyer. Yes, Karen D, I agree. Chad's kids have kept themselves right away from this. Oh, okay, yes, Lee, in Chad's hearing, yes. Exactly. And Lori is not going to give Chad's lawyer a chance to see what the Crown had, or the DA, I keep saying Crown because it's the Crown attorney here in Canada. Lori's lawyer, oh my gosh, does not want Chad's lawyer, Chad's side, to know what would have come out in that preliminary hearing against Lori. Tony says, I think it's in Lori's nature to self-protect. Yes. And you think about it, and this is what I think she's going to say. Do you remember the conversation that Melanie Gibbs had with Lori, where Lori was saying that she's scared for their safety. She doesn't want harm to come to her kids. That's why she's not saying anything about where they are. I think that's all a setup. Lori knew that Melanie called her for a reason. I don't think Lori's as stupid as she comes off sometimes. And I think Lori kind of set the ball in motion too for her defense. And this is what I think Lori's going to say. Lori's going to say, ask Melanie. I told her my kids were in danger, so my brother or Chad took them and said that they're going to be with these church people that are going to keep them safe. I can't have contact with them because that would set them up to being able to find out where my kids are. So Chad and Alex took them someplace safe. I was told they were okay. I had no idea that my children were killed. I think she's going to try and blame it on Chad and Alex. Because don't forget, her lawyer knows 50% of what the DA has against Chad. They're using that now to spin the web, to spin up a theory of what happened. And Lori is going to sit there going, I had no idea. I thought they were taken someplace safe. Oh my God. Ugh. So that's what I think is happening, you guys. I don't know what you guys think of that theory, but this is what I think. Darlene, you were one of my first subs. Well, thank you, darling. Glad to see that you are still here. I believe that's exactly what she's going to do. Yes, I believe it does. That's what I think she is going to do. She is going to play Miss Innocent, and she is definitely going to do everything in her power to keep Chad and his lawyer from finding out any more information than what they already knew. She was really scared of Melanie P being put on the stand, as well as Melanie Gibb, because I think there was more that was going to be brought out where there was personal conversations between just Melanie Gibb and Lori and Melanie Pulowski and Lori that Chad doesn't know about. So just say, with Melanie Pulowski, and this is hypothetical, this is my thoughts. What if Melanie Pulowski got on that stand and said she thinks Chad did something to her kids? Chad would blow everything up. She doesn't want that. Carrie Lynn, I think it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a shit show. I think they are both going to turn on each other, and what's going to come out of this is a whole lot of truth and a whole lot of lies, because now they got to go back and forth and lie back and forth to cover their own asses. Okay? And you notice in that one phone call that has been out there of Chad and Lori's conversation that they had the day that the farm was his place was being searched around the fire pit. Lori was kind of like, oh, you mean like, are they in the house? Oh, are they like taking stuff? She knew her kids were buried there. And she's trying to get him to say stuff. And he kept saying, talk to the lawyer. So that's how they were communicating. Chad's trying to say, well, yeah, didn't dig up the whole pet cemetery. So that leaves the possibility of the raccoon theory. I felt that is what his lawyer was trying to prove. I believe that too, Tony. But the thing is, we got to remember, in that preliminary, we only got a tidbit more of what we already knew. I believe with that ground penetrating equipment that they used to find the bodies. Don't forget, Tylee's body was found by the fire pit, and JJ's was found way over there by where that pond used to be, by the tree, by where the cows are. Okay? I think that whole big area they went over with that equipment. So the DA could be setting them up too, because they don't know how much of that property was searched. And don't forget, after they found the bodies, they got another warrant, and you guys know how hard it is to get that second warrant, let alone they got the first warrant to search when they searched his house. They got the second warrant when they found the kids' bodies. They got a third warrant when they searched that red shed, and they were searching for things in particular. Now, this is another thing I wanted to touch on that I didn't in the previous thing with the Lori and Chad thing. People are commenting on how JJ was wrapped up in everything, okay? We're going to get back to that. Are they going to go to any means at this point to save their own butts? I believe yes, Vicki. I believe yes. So the thing with JJ being wrapped in garbage bags and duct tape is actually, I don't like saying this, but it's a blessing in disguise. If this was going to happen, it's a blessing in disguise, rather than his body just being thrown in a hole and buried. It's a blessing in disguise that he was wrapped in garbage bags and duct tape. I'm going to tell you why. Once the bodies were found, they had to have something big to get another search warrant to go back and search that shed. I believe they think the murders happened in that shed. So here's what I'm going to say. When JJ's body was wrapped, there's a garbage bag, a black one and a white one around his head, and duct tape. They went back and they were searching for number one, those two different kinds of garbage bags, okay? They were searching for garbage bags. I don't care if there was 5, 6 different boxes or rolls of garbage bags in that house, in that shed, in whatever. They are taking every one of them. I'm going to tell you why. Let me get to it. The duct tape, any duct tape of that color that was wrapped with JJ in the house, in the sheds, whatever, in his truck, in his vehicles, whatever they searched, they're going to take. And this is why. We'll start with the duct tape. When you use duct tape, there's different days, there's different vats that make this duct tape. There's stuff that makes up the glue for the back of the duct tape. There's stuff that makes up the actual silver part of the duct tape, okay? Now, each time a vat of that is made, it's not going to have the exact same chemical mixture. It's going to be damn close because it has to be. That's their brand of duct tape. They use this, and this. But each time a vat of those ingredients are used to make this duct tape, it could be off by 2 milliliters of this was less in this vat than that vat. Okay? So what they're going to look for is they're going to find the duct tape from the house. Say there's 3 different things of duct tape. Each one of those duct tapes, unless they came from the same day that they were made and the same number on it, okay? Lot number, they call it, okay? I know they call it a lot number here in Canada. I'm assuming it's the same there. The lot number will be on there, and that's going to be this vat that they mixed up to make the duct tape for this hour is lot number 102. So what they're going to look for on those rolls of duct tape, on the inside, the cardboard thing that it's wrapped on, we usually have a lot number. If they're each different, they are going to break down the components of what's in those duct tapes in the vats, in the lot numbers. This one may have a millimeter less of glue than this one. This one may have 5 millimeters less of glue than this one. Like there's different components, okay? Then they are going to match, they're going to get what's in this roll of duct tape, and they're going to see the lot number. If that matches any one of these that they found in his house, his car, the shed, That duct tape came from Chad's. That's what they can use that for. Okay? Now, the same as, yes, it's just as good as fingerprints. Okay, Vicki? 100% correct. Now, with the garbage bags, when they make garbage bags, I don't know if you've ever watched those info channels where they show how things are made. It comes out on it's a big roll, okay? Now, the same components go into making garbage bags. The same things are made all the time, but sometimes they're a little off on things, okay? And that's normal. But they have these 5 main components, where Glad garbage bag uses 6 components, but this brand of garbage bag only uses 5. There's always telltale signs. It's like a fingerprint. Thank you for that, Vicki. So what they're going to do is they're going to take all these garbage bags, rolls of garbage bags that Chad had on his property, in his car, in his house. And what they're going to do is they're going to compare those garbage bags with the garbage bag that JJ was wrapped in. And they're going to try and match them. Also on the garbage bags, okay, because they may not have this lot number and everything that's on that. I think numbers that do get kind of burnt into the garbage bags, okay? There's some kind of markings. Garbage bags, like say they've got one big roll of this plastic stuff that they're going to make their garbage bags out of. That roll is not going to be exactly the same as the next roll they use. There is also marks from when it goes through the machine. Okay? It during various stages that they found it in Chad's house that have 3 markings and then dot markings down the middle. And that's the same markings that are on this garbage bag that JJ was wrapped in. They can match it that way. It's a little more intense than that, because they're going to do the components of how the garbage bags were made, what the components of garbage bags were, what brand they were. There's a whole bunch, but to simplify things, they can match even the rip marks where they've ripped off a piece of the duct tape. They can match that to the last piece on the roll that was at Chad's. Where they've ripped off a garbage bag, they can line that up to match. And if those rip marks and those marks that are on the garbage bag all line up, bingo bango, okay? Yes, the garbage bags and the duct tape, especially the glue part on the duct tape, are going to be awesome for fingerprints. And they have different ways of lifting those fingerprints, okay? With the glue part of the duct tape, it's hard to use the powder to get fingerprints. So what they do is very simple, really. They put a clip on that and they hang it inside a heating chamber where they put crazy glue. And they heat that up. The crazy glue sticks to the fingerprints. Okay? That's how they see and get fingerprint off of stuff like the glue of the duct tape or other surfaces that's very hard to use the dusting powder. Okay? Like I said, I wanted to go into forensics, but I couldn't stand the blood aspect of it. I pass out when I see blood. So I do know quite a bit about it, but nothing, I didn't get far in it. Maybe 8 months into the course. And when I got to the blood stuff, it was like, nope, can't do it. Yeah, if they use their teeth to rip the tape, there could be DNA there too. So I'm sure they've swabbed that and they've done the fingerprint with the crazy glue. The garbage bag would be fairly easy because you think about it, when you're wrapping a garbage bag around somebody, even though there was dirt thrown on top, any fingerprints on the top layer of the garbage bag could be a problem, but there's going to be underneath the garbage bags. Okay, I'm going to go to some of your remarks here, comments. There are also marks from they can compare. Yes, Tony. Yes, Tony, too. Yes, I just covered that from the machines that make marks on the garbage bags, too. Yeah. Yes, Lee, the duct tape glue lifts fingerprints. Yes, but it's hard to get the fingerprints off the glue of the duct tape. That's why they use that method with the crazy glue. Tony, I'm fine with other people's blood, just not my own. Oh, no, not me. Not me. Oh, Lee, you work for a medical examiner? Wow. No, I couldn't do any of that. If it was something where there was no blood involved, I would be good. And I know I could have went into maybe different parts of the forensics, but I just didn't know. So I went into criminal law. So I did a lot of criminal law and then a lot of private investigations. And now that I'm older and almost getting ready to retire, I do a lot of skip tracing and process serving. Alex seems like a true teeth ripper. I hope they've got Alex's DNA. But they could kind of match that with Lori, kind of, sort of. I don't know if they could use that in the US. Yes, Peggy, I am very much hoping that they found either garbage bags or the duct tape. Okay. Oh, Tony, I got you. That's okay, hon. Yes, Lee, duct tape also would pick up anything in the vicinity. Like if, maybe a hair fell off while they were doing this. What if Alex bought it in and destroyed it all? That would suck. But you really think about it, the way they did this, they weren't really that bright, especially with Chad being a grave digger. From the testimony at Chad's preliminary, he only buried the bodies like a foot and a half down. So I think they were trying to get it over and done with and get them buried ASAP. And I've missed half hour of this. I'll go back later. They have to have some kind of DNA. Lori, they have a lot more than what we know. And this is why I think Lori has waived her preliminary. Like, that's one thing, especially I know here in Canada, one thing you want to know is what does the prosecutors, the DA, the Crown Attorney, whatever they're called in whichever country, you want to know what they have. You want to try a preliminary hearing. You get a lot of information for your client as to what the prosecution has against your client. So I don't know if it's her lawyer that said, hey, let's waive this, or if Lori said, oh shit. Because don't forget, she may not have told her lawyer everything, but Lori knows everything. Lori knows, oh my God, they've got Melanie Gibb turned on me. Melanie Pulowski's turned on me. Is Chad going to turn on me? I can't have Chad turning on me. That's right now. Yes, please smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, because I think there's going to be a lot more pop-up lives like this with what's coming out. And if you haven't watched the Suzanne Morphew video that I put out today, you got to watch it, because there's big clues there. And that's what I was about to get to when this popped up. Well, Darlene says it's not good for Lori. Yes and no at this point. Lori she waived this preliminary hearing because she doesn't want Chad finding out the things, the person that I think knows is Lori. Lori and the people that were going to come out with those things. Yes, yes, yes. And Lori is going to try and push her case as far as she can, because she doesn't want her case going before Chad. She wants to see what Chad is going to stick to with their little friggin' story that they've come up with between the two of them. Okay? Oh, hi, Sarah. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you so much for that. That's so much appreciated. I can't stay, but I want to show my support and send you some love. I adore you, beautiful. Love who you and yours. Love to everyone watching. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. And yes, you guys, I really appreciate super chats. They really help with me being able to set time aside to do lives with you guys. Yeah. Yes, everybody, hi to Sarah. And if you haven't checked out Sarah's channel, this lady is spot on with her stuff too. So if you haven't checked out her channel, please head over there and check out Sarah Saving Spirits. Another one that has a heart of gold, you guys, and that is very invested in getting to the truth with the same cases that I'm covering with Suzanne Morphew, with the Lori and Chad stuff. She's covering it all too. So she does the dowsing rods, which I love. So yeah, so when you get a chance, head over to Sarah Saving Spirits and check her out too. We got to collab one of these times, Sarah, and see if as you're doing the dowsing rods, I could be doing I don't know how the hell to do it, so you'd have to help me there. But yeah, we should do a collab one of these days and get both of us seeing what our tools answer for the same questions. Yes, Des, she is, you have to check her out. I check her out too, and like when I can, like I've been really, really busy now that everything here in Canada has basically opened up now. I've got a lot of reads that were put off that I'm catching up on, but yes, please, you guys go and show her some love and check out her channel too. And I love the dowsing rod thing. Yeah, that would be interesting because I just love the dowsing rods, Sarah. When you do the dowsing rods, it's like, and you get it like me sometimes, like even the last live I just did, that pendulum does not want to answer certain questions. Okay. And I see that sometimes with your dowsing rods. So it would be interesting. Would be really interesting. Yes, I think that would be great. Okay, Sarah, thank you so much, darling, for stopping in. Much love. Love you to death. And thank you so much for that super chat. It's very much appreciated. And we'll look into doing that collab. I think that would be really interesting because she gets some good answers, guys. So yeah, as soon as we're done here, you guys head over there and check out Sarah. Yes, Lori, she is such a sweetheart. So now I get where I was. Anybody can remind me. Here goes my memory. Oh, Desiree, you have dowsing rods? I don't know if I would be able to use the dowsing rods because I have a broken back. So it's like staying in one position for any given amount of time gets very uncomfortable. And that's the same as like when I'm there with the pendulum trying to keep everything straight so I'm not moving that. It gets hard sometimes. So that's why too, you guys, you'll see me moving around a lot. Oh, the bags and the duct tape. Where was I going with that? Or I think I was talking about the Lori thing. I bought a pendulum, clear quartz. Any suggestions for beginners? Lori, why don't you shoot me an email and I can give you some tips and tricks on that. Oh, wow. You should put up a video, Desiree, and do your dowsing rods for us. Okay, so is there any other questions? I think I was on this, yes, the forensics and stuff with the Lori thing. I think Lori was very scared of Chad and Chad's lawyer seeing things that Melanie Gibb and Melanie P and possibly other stuff that was going to come out of that preliminary that may have, if I can say it bluntly, pissed them off. Because you think about it right now, if Lori pisses off Chad and Chad's lawyer, Chad could blow this whole thing up. Okay? They're going to put together that Lori's trying to weasel her way out of this and try to keep things from being brought into the open that she was doing behind. What? Darlene, you got bit in the face by a dog? Oh my God, are you okay? Oh, my tattoo? It says apology accepted, trust denied. Sorry, Karen, I did miss that. I'm sorry. Sure, Daring D, if you can drop a link for my email, and Lori can email me and I can give her some tips and tricks. Thank you, Des. You are a sweetheart. And I really appreciate these lives and for giving us your input, and the super chats and everything are just like, I'm blown away. Like, I've got the best subscribers ever. Got to go, but love you. Thank you always for your time. Oh, you're very welcome, Lupe. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being part of the lives and being part of my channel. I really appreciate it. Tony says, I'd say Chad's lawyer is already trying to convince Chad to bury Lori. I think so too. And I think Chad's lawyer, like, he's a pretty good criminal defense lawyer. Oh my gosh, Darlene. I hope you're okay, girl. And I think Chad's lawyer right now is, his wheels are turning. Like, why did she want to do this? If I'm coming up with, she's doing this for a very good reason. She wants that stuff hidden. She doesn't want that coming out yet. There's a reason why she did this. And his lawyer is going to catch on. And him and Chad are going to have a powwow over this. And I don't know if Chad is still able to talk to her lawyer and get messages back and forth to her lawyer. But there's something going on, and Lori's up to no good. And I said that, boom, I think, what's it been? A couple months since she's been arrested? I said in that one read, where I do the past, present, future with Chad, with Lori and with Chad separately, that they're going to turn on each other. Thank you, Dee, for putting up that email address. Oh. But yes, I think they are going to turn on each other. And I think I think Lori has a lot to hide, and I think with her doing what she just did with canceling her preliminary hearing, the wheels are turning in Chad and his lawyers' head, and they're going to have a powwow, and they're going to find out that Lori's up to no good. Oh, no, but you should be able to, Desiree. The mods and me can put links. I see it up there above and beyond ancestor@outlook.com. It's blocked in chat and comments. Yes, I know the links are blocked in chat and comments, but that's weird because it did say that my mods could drop links. Is Sue's still here, or did I miss her leaving? I know it's really late for Sue's where she is. She's in the UK. Oh, Darlene, you're not having a good day at all. Between being bit by the dog and your laptop. Oh, your Kindle died. Cap lock sticks. That's okay. Yeah, I bet you that the judge knows what's going on. But the thing is, this judge that's taking care of this now is not going to be the one that does the trial. It's going to be a trial judge. And I believe Chad is asking for a change of venue. Darlene, there are healing videos on YouTube that can help you heal your dog bite. Audible integrity, use facial tone, possibly skin tone. Oh, cool. That's weird. Okay, Des, I'm gonna have to look into that because you should be able to post a link because you're a mod. Yes, Suze was in here earlier. She came into chat. I don't know if she's left. Crappy planets are messing with me. Yep. So yeah, so it's going to be interesting as to what's going to happen, what wheels are turning right now with Chad and his lawyer. But like I said, they're going to have a powwow where I think Chad's lawyer is going to tell him you're being railroaded by your wife. And that may change everything. And Lori is going to be arraigned. The arraignment, she has to enter a plea. So that's going to be interesting. What it is, she going to plead guilty, not guilty? I could kind of see her saying, okay, I'll plead guilty to these things just so the other things don't come out. Because I'm still confused as to why murder charges haven't been laid. Unless, okay, what I'm going to say, the DA could be waiting things to be written in stone with the preliminary hearing of Chad and Chad's trial. And they were hoping with Lori's preliminary and then Lori's trial, knowing that they're going to be found guilty of that, and they would be safely locked up in jail, unless they were waiting for all the stuff to come out in this preliminary and this trial to solidify things in stone under oath to as what everybody is saying before they nail them with the murder charges. And it would also give the DA information from each side, what they are going to try and claim. So I'm thinking that they could be waiting for that to happen before they nail them with the murder charges, just so, because anything that was said at the preliminary hearing, anything that was said is going to be said at Chad's trial is going to be bound in stone. It's under oath. And I think they're going to use that stuff to nail him on the murder charges. Yeah, it does. I don't know why it's not showing up with the blue link. Yes, Tony, and they don't want to get anything wrong, okay? But I think they want to get, I'm hoping, but this is my theory, is I think that they were waiting for Lori's preliminary to see what they could get there, and then Lori's trial on that, to see what information they could lock in under oath before going full force with the murder charges. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping. And that's my opinion. Not all evidence is in. They can file murder charges anytime. Absolutely. And Lee, that's what I was trying to get to. I think they want to lock in any evidence and any information that is going to come out in these preliminaries and trials. Well, now we know Lori's going directly to trial. So her next court date will be an arraignment, then her trial. Chad's had his preliminary. He's going to have, I think, the arraignment or the trial. He's going for a change of venue. He's doing all kinds of crap. But I think the DA is trying to gather as much evidence and as much information that they can under oath that they can use in the murder trial. Because they know one of these three did it. And like I said, there's probably, well, I'm not even going to say probably, I'm going to say for a fact, there is tons of evidence that they have that we know nothing about and that has not come out yet and will not come out yet until there is a murder trial. They're only going to bring out the evidence that they have at Chad's trial. They're only going to use as much evidence as they have to convict him. And it's going to be the same for Lori's trial. They're only going to bring out exactly what they have to convict her of the charges that she's facing right now. That the rest of the information and evidence they have, they're going to hold close to their chest for this murder trial. And that's what I'm thinking they're doing. And that's what I'm praying, hoping that they're doing. Because I honestly think that they know the day that these kids were killed, the day that they were buried. I think they know a lot. Yeah, like, good point, Tony. We're going to look at that. We absolutely knew what the trigger was with Chad's wife being murdered. And I believe she was murdered. We know that because Chad and Lori wanted to be together. He didn't want to have to pay any alimony. He wanted all the financials from that. With her out of the way, he was free to marry almost immediately because she's now dead. He didn't have to go through a divorce and separation and all that crap. And he got all the property, everything was now his. So we know what the trigger was for Tammy's murder. We can pretty much guess what the trigger was for Charles's death. Okay? The same thing. Lori didn't want this drawn out divorce and blah, 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 and the fighting over the kids and whatever. So he was killed. So we know what the trigger was there. I think Charles and Tammy were killed so Lori and Chad could marry and get what they could, because Alex knew too much. Alex could blow everything up. Alex dead was beneficial to them because nobody can prove what Alex knew, what he didn't know. Nobody can prove if Alex, I mean, they might be able to prove Alex played a part in the murders, but Alex isn't here to, and they can say anything they want about Alex. But yes, Tony, why did you kill the kids? Did the kids know or overhear talk about the other murders, the Charles Vallow and the Tammy Daybell? We know Alex knew about it. So I'm thinking, in my opinion only, that the kids were killed because they overheard or found out about Charles being killed and Tammy being killed. That's why I think the kids were killed, if you want my honest opinion. They just have, Darlene says they just have to get the minimum, like 5 years each, then build all the case. Yes. What they're doing, I think, right now is getting them on these charges so they can hold them. And I think they're also wanting information that they're going to get from these preliminary hearings. Well, not Lori's now, but these trials, they're going to gain all kinds of evidence and information from those trials. Yeah, Alex's new wife. I haven't even had the time to look into that yet. But I don't think she's innocent in all this either. I think Tylee knew they talked in codes, yes. But I really do believe that, yeah, because Kay would have taken JJ. If she just didn't want kids anymore and was done, that was it. She just wanted to have this relationship with Chad. They probably would have got away with those other murders with Charles and Tammy if they had not killed the kids. But they had to kill the kids. Those kids had to be killed for a reason. And I think it's because they either found out or overheard about the murder of Charles and the murder of Tammy. I think they knew, and I think they were scared that the kids were gonna come out with it. Yeah, that could very well be Tony too. But Kay got the money regardless, whether she had JJ or not. And it's Tylee, not Tyler, Tony. Tylee, I think, did overhear something. And I think JJ could have too. And JJ could have been a revenge kill because Kay got the money and Lori didn't. There's so many things that it could have been, but I believe that JJ and Tylee were both killed because I think they knew something. And Lori and Chad were scared that it was going to come out. Because Kay got that money, Tony, whether she had JJ or not. Conspiracy charges first, then murder charges in Idaho. Doesn't matter who killed if a conspiracy. Yes, and see, I'm in Canada, so I really don't know a lot of how it works there. But I know here, if you're present when a murder takes place, you're just as culpable as the person who pulled the trigger. Murders. Alex, Lori, Chad, Bullfrog, co-conspiracy, Melanie. Yeah, I get you, Mystic Brady. And everybody in chat, I'm going to ask if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please hit that because I'm going to be coming out. I think, especially with the read I just did on Suzanne Morphew that I just posted today, go check that out because there's new stuff there. And I've got to look into that with the maps. I'm going to do that. I think something's going to happen there really soon. Oh, Darlene, I'm sorry to hear that, my dear. Tony, yes, Lori didn't get any money, so that was Lori's revenge. Like I said, it could very well be a revenge. I think it could be both. I think it could be the Tammy Daybell murder. I think they might have overheard something. I would subscribe again. Well, thank you, Darlene. But Lori didn't know that. So instead of giving JJ to K, she like, FUK, you got the money and now you will never have JJ. Okay, it's saying, are you guys still there? Yes, I believe that she is vindictive. Okay, it's saying that my connection is unstable. Let's see.
Thinking about building a new steel garage or workshop, backyard storage, your own business? Future Buildings manufacturers do.
Okay, are you good? Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna get it out of there. Because I think I was buffering. It said my connection was unstable, so. Okay, so yes, we're gonna get back to this. Tony, she is that vindictive? Yes. I do believe that it was part vindictiveness and part, I think, I don't know if maybe JJ heard it himself or that Ty Lee was going to say something and take JJ because Ty Lee overheard something. You know what I mean? But I think the main root was the kids were going to come out with what they heard about the murders. Okay, so Des says, unfortunately, it's radical policy. Severe nerve damage. Oh, sorry to hear that, Des. Okay, thank you, Lori. Yeah, I know I was buffering there for a minute. So, Darlene, I missed that. Something you say, Chad's house. What are you referring to with Chad's house? Yeah, I'm sorry about the buffering. If it's buffering, you guys, we've got a storm that's rolling in, so. Okay, Tony, yeah, the smug look on her face, like, she's covered now by a mask, so we can't really see, you know, a lot of the facial gestures. But this deck thinks that she's smarter than everybody else. I think she thinks she's really gonna get away with this crap, and I really think she's gonna try and pin it on Alex and Chad. You stop that, Darlene. I know it's not fun living with especially chronic back pain. Any chronic pain is just debilitating at sometimes. And now as I've gotten older, like when I was younger, I just learned how to deal with it because I've got so many allergies. I can't take anything with codeine. So I learned how to deal with it. But now that I'm older, like I'm in my 50s, a lot of other things start coming with it when you get older. Like I've been diagnosed now. I don't know how I take that because I don't believe it, but they're trying to say I got fibromyalgia and all these new things are coming into play now. And especially after injuring myself again. And I told my doctor to take me to the vet and have me put down. So, okay. So let me see here. Reason D.L. Smith says reasons for Tylee. Tylee knew about Charles being murdered. Tylee was protective of JJ. Tylee was about to turn 17, and Lori wouldn't have control of Tylee's money from Joe Ryan anymore. All of the above, yes, I agree. Maybe Tylee heard, saw, and once they did away with her, JJ was asking for her, So they had to take care of him too. Those are all great possibilities, you guys. I believe JJ absolutely would have been asking, where's Tylee? Because to me, it was like Tylee and JJ were closer than Lori and JJ. Oh, Des, don't tell me that. It's coming up from the Gulf, I believe, up Florida, because we're kind of north, like Florida's down here, and where I am in Canada, I'm at the Ontario-Quebec border, right along the St. Lawrence River. So we get a lot that comes off, and that the St. Lawrence River separates Canada from the US. So that's how close. I'm like, it'd take me 3 minutes to get to the US-Canada border from where I am. So I'm right in the Ontario-Quebec border of Canada, along the St. Lawrence that separates Canada from the US. Oh, Missy, I'm glad you're here, hon. Yeah, that's what they're saying with me, Missy. They're saying the fibromyalgia, it comes and goes, and it's worse at times than others, and so many factors go into it, like the dampness, and ugh. JJ could have been asking for Tylee, bringing light to the fact that she was no longer around. Absolutely. That could be very well why he was acting out. But we can't take Lori at her word either. That was just something that was told to to Melanie Gibb, that JJ was acting all out of character. I think they chose this day for him to be murdered because she had proof that JJ was alive from Melanie Gibb and her boyfriend. I think there's a lot there. I think Lori, okay, Janice Vander says, I think Lori and Alex made Tylee cover for them with Charles' death, and maybe Tylee was questioning them. I agree, Janice. There's so much around that. And I think that's what Lori was scared that was going to come out if she had a preliminary. Missy says, do you all think JJ was aware of what happened to Tylee? I don't think that he knew that Tylee was murdered, but I do believe that he was asking for her and wanting to know where she was. Yeah, I seen that in a few videos that Tylee said, my son, or my baby, which I thought was just adorable. New Jersey, Jersey Shore. Desiree, Jersey Shore. I don't know, Tony, with that. I don't think she can plead insanity. There's like, even in the conversation that she had with Melanie Gibb that was played at Chad's preliminary hearing, she don't sound like somebody who's insane there. She sounds like somebody who's on the ball and has dotted every I and crossed every T with her theories of this religion or portal thing and all this that she believed in, and she was there to defend her beliefs. Like, I don't think that's going to fly if she tries that. I think she's going to plead not guilty. I had no idea. Like I said, a lot of you weren't here at the beginning of this. I think Lori's going to go there saying that because of the conversation that Melanie said happened with Lori, that she was scared that people were going to harm her or the kids, blah, 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 blah. I think Lori is going to say that Chad and Alex took the kids somewhere safe for safekeeping until they could find somewhere safe for them to be. Maybe take them to Hawaii or whatever, but they were someplace safe until after this end of the world coming thing, whatever she's going to say. She's going to say that Chad and Alex took them and brought them to some place where they would be safe and not away from the people that were threatening to harm her and the kids. And oh my God, she had no idea that they were killed. That's going to be Lori. From how Lori was in police cam, I'd say Lori would have had any luck calming JJ. She needed Tylee for that. Her voice is not comforting. Yeah, absolutely, Tony. Jessica, yeah, she's running out of money, but at this stage, I think if she ran out of money to pay her lawyer, I think the court would appoint that to her, so then they would foot the bill. But I think I know in Canada you have to use up all available money to yourself before the legal aid system will kick in and start paying your lawyer's fees. So I think her lawyer will still be paid, but it won't be by her, and it will be a lot less than what he would get paid privately. The state would probably kick in and start paying him. So that's one part of it. Going to trial, so she would be wasting money and 2 days in court. No, I don't think it has anything to do with that, Jessica. I think it has to do with her not wanting certain things to come out before Chad goes to trial. I think there's things in there that would have come out in her preliminary hearing that would have pissed off Chad and his lawyer. And I think on her, because we all know Chad knows exactly what happened. How it happened, when it happened, who did it, everything. He knows everything. And she doesn't want he comes out and tells the story. Okay, Jessica, so I hope that answers that a little bit for you. Yeah, he had a mini evaluation done on her, and they evaluated her as fit. So the DA is probably gonna and would use that if she does try and claim insanity. Pull Letitia. Oh, cool, D. Okay, Darlene's asking at Lee Hampton, where did you hear that fax? What? Uh-oh. What are you asking about there, Darlene? I must have missed it. Okay, something had to have been said and I missed it because Darlene's asking Lee about facts because they only found 4 casings. Oh, did Profiling Evil just break it all down? Well, see, I'm doing my live, so let's see. Profiling Evil, those are 2 excellent homicide detectives, profilers, FBI. So let's see how much of what I've been saying that they're gonna back up. Like I said, I'm not claiming anywhere having the education and knowledge. You gain more education from doing crime scenes and actually working in the field than you will ever learn from books, okay? So, I mean, I'm nowhere close to these guys here. Nowhere close. But let's see how close I am with what they're going to say. I love it when they do a breakdown of cases after, especially when I do stuff like this, where I give my thoughts and my ideas on what I think is going on. And when they do it, it's usually after mine. So it's like I sit there and go, I was right. I was right. They're thinking the same thing. So it's okay. Lee Hampton, Profiling Evil and a friend in the area. Okay, so Chad is going to try hard to separate himself from Lori, legal-wise. Thank you, Shivani. Yes, I'm glad you're here too. And thank you guys for those super chats. They're really great. Thank you. So I've been at this over an hour. Lee Hampton, I saw that P episode also, yes. Yes, I try and get in as much of Profiling Evil as I can because they've got some good stuff there. Yeah, that would be cool to collaborate with them. Because I see a lot of the things that, like I said, I was by no means a homicide detective or profiler or anything like that. Like I said, I did work in the legal field for many years in criminal law. I did start to get into forensics, but like I said, I couldn't, no, blood, no, couldn't do that. So I did stick to criminal law and also worked with a private investigator. And now, after all the years of that, I am now doing skip tracing and process serving, and that's my own business, as well as I do in-home reads. Oh, well, thank you, Missy. Yeah, the intuitive has been with me since I'm young. Okay, so I'm going to say that. I started reading cards a long time ago too, but the intuitive part of me has been with me since I was very young. It's not something I like talking about why it came to, but I have touched on that in other videos, so I'm not going to get into it again. But yeah, so especially the intuitive is very helpful when you're doing private investigations and stuff like that. And even when you're sitting, getting ready to get an affidavit done with a client for a motion that you're about to file, or you're responding to a motion that had been filed, I pick up a lot from who I'm speaking to. Yeah, I do have that, Des. I go on their channel actually quite a bit, especially after I've done something like this, to see when they're going to cover this, because I'm sure they're going to cover the Lori Vallow thing and they're going to give their take on it. And I know I've jumped on it first before them, which I love. And it's nothing about ego. It's about, I like to be able to get my stuff out there. And then when theirs comes out, they're the professionals. I like getting their take on it and comparing it with mine. Yeah, Chad and Lori's divorce, that's going to be interesting. Mr. Pryor did a real good job of trying to separate Chad and Lori by calling Lori Miss Vallow every time he could. Yes. Yes, because if you've seen that, Lori made it clear that she wanted to be called Miss Daybell. Speculation is that Ty Lee was shot 4 times inside the house.
You need to unlock your device to do this.
What? My phone is...
Sorry, for now the function is not supported. I'll keep learning to make your experience better.
You guys let me know if you see things in the back again here, because I don't use this, whatever that is. I've got an Android. I don't know if it's called Siri or whatever the hell she's called. You know those, do you guys know what I'm talking about? With this voice activated, hey Siri, what are you up to? What should I do today type thing. Mine's disabled, and it just came up on my phone and said, I was saying something about the 4 shots or whatever. And my phone started talking to me saying, we don't have information on that, blah, blah, blah. I don't even have that. I've got that disabled, and it just came up on my phone. And it's talking to me. And it repeated something that I had said from up there about 4 shots or something. And the phone talked to me, literally talked to me, saying that they're going to get better at it. I will get better at answering these questions or something like that for you. I have that disabled. Okay, so something about I'm now my phone to scroll back, but I don't want to touch it. because I don't want my chat freezing up. So did the autopsy come out regarding Tylee? Is that what we're talking about, guys? DL Smith, don't even get me started. Because one of my prior reads, people were seeing a shadow out. Oh, thank you, Des, for that. Thank you very much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Like I said, you guys, it helps me out. You're very welcome. And I'm very appreciative because those super chats really do help me out. Yeah, if you hold button down too long. I wasn't touching my phone. I was sitting here talking to you guys. Look at my phone. I'm going to show you. My phone is over there. I am sitting here, right here, talking to you guys. Bixby, that's what it is. It just come up and started talking to me because I said something about I was reading what was on the screen, something about 4 shell casings, and it popped up going, I don't know what you're talking about, 4 casings, blah, blah, blah. I have to get to know you better or something. I don't know, man, but I've got that disabled, Bixby. That's all disabled on my phone because I don't know how to use it. And it just popped up. It's like, no idea. If it was telling me to be patient, Tony, I could take that. But it was telling me basically, hey, woman, we don't know what you're talking about. Stop bothering us. And I was talking about something that was printed on the screen about 4 shell casings. It's messing with me. Princess Leah Buns. I know that if you say seriously or a word similar to that, Siri will respond. I have an Android. I think it's not Siri. I think it's Bixby. It came up purple, and whatever it was said that they didn't know what I was talking about. They have to get to know me better. Wait a minute. Charles was shot 2 to 4 times. No. Where does it say that Tylee was ever shot? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who we're talking about because I seen something about Tylee, something about somebody else. I'm not saying Tylee was shot. I didn't say that. No, I didn't touch no buttons. My screen was even black because I had it in sleep mode. And all of a sudden, just sitting here talking to you guys, it come up. Yeah, that's why I was asking, Darlene, because I thought somebody was talking about Tylee being shot. I'm going, what? I didn't hear about that. So no, I'm not saying she was. I'm saying there was something going on when this happened with my phone. So now I'm lost. Sorry, you guys. Okay, Deborah says she was asking about the 4 casings. The 4 casings, is that regarding Charles Vallow when he was shot? I have her too, just heard this Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. Looking forward to that. Maybe a keyword set her up. That's what somebody else just said. Let's see. Somebody said something about seriously. Let's see. Seriously? What's her name? Bixby. Bixby. Oh. Bixby. Bixby. It's not doing anything now. But it did when I said Bixby. It popped up. See?
I didn't understand that.
I don't know if you guys can see it. It says it popped up, and she's saying I didn't understand that. So that's what it is. We're going to move that over there. I have disabled that. I'm not going to say it again because it's going to come on again, but I disabled that, so I don't know how it's coming on when I say Bixby. I don't know. Okay, so now I missed this again. I think it's messing with me, so I'm missing. I think the phone might not be coincidental. Yeah, because every time I talk about these 4 shell casings to figure out who Deborah was talking about, okay, it was Charles that was shot 4 times. Thank you. Every time I tried to figure out who they were talking about with these shell casings, that thing came on and started talking to me. Nope, Darlene, we know that. I don't think the autopsy results of either JJ or Tylee have been released yet. So that's why I was asking, what are we talking about with these shell casings? Thanks, Dee. But the thing is, Dee, I don't want to say that name, that B name, because I don't want to wake her up, but I have it disabled. So how she's come on, I have no idea. Okay, so Darlene's saying Charles was shot 2 to 4 times. Wow. So the cops said that there were 4 casings. Yeah, see, I'm getting confused here because some are saying that he was shot twice, some were saying 4 times. Hello, opinionated Oma. Yeah, you've missed some pretty freaky stuff. So it was a different voice, Karen? That was a different voice on your phone when you just talked to it. Oh my. Even though she's disabled, saying her name pops it up. And you know what? I can't even get rid of it because it came on the phone. Drives me crazy. Okay, so now, whoa. We have discussed why I think Lori forego and waived her preliminary hearing. Anybody else have any thoughts on that? Karen, you have thoughts on that? Okay, since on the floor that may have been shot 2 times with 2 exit wounds, missed 2 times. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I noticed that, Des. So you guys know, I did do that updated Suzanne Morphew read, and because of what came out in that read, I am going to start getting maps together. I got my printer sitting here, raring to go. I'm going to pull the maps of Colorado up. I'm going to do some big maps, bigger areas, and try and start narrowing down. I'm going to use the pendulum to try and narrow down places on that map. And I'm going to, if you've watched the video, you know what I'm talking about. There's a letter and a number that came out that she's trying to tell us where she is. It was Suzanne. Everything that came out was Suzanne because the cardinal come out in the head position. So the cardinal, you guys know, is a spirit bird, and it comes out to tell us of things that we need to know. Okay, so we were asking that Suzanne came out with anything that start laughing. She came out in the head. The spirit bird came out at the head when we asked Suzanne to come out with the messages regarding where she is, like how can we help find her. So when that spirit bird came out at the head, that's her bringing that spirit bird out to tell us, and we, you know, the cardinal comes out to tell us of things that we need to know that are going to be beneficial to us. So I believe the spirit bird is working directly with Suzanne. I believe Suzanne is that the cardinal in this read. She is the spirit bird in this read, using the spirit bird to bring out the messages she needed us to know. And you should see what come out in that. So we got a letter and we got a number, and go watch that video and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm going to start mapping out areas, especially with that letter that come out. Okay, and we got a bit of a distance thing there along with that. So, and a number. So I'm going to use that information to map out areas and then use the pendulum to pinpoint where she is. I'm hoping it's going to work. I hope the pendulum will pinpoint for me the area where she is. And as I get closer in on an area, I'm going to make that map bigger, print out bigger areas on that map and use the pendulum to show me where. So I'm gonna start, like, you know, when you print out a map of Colorado, it's like Denver and Colorado Springs and Salida. It's all on that. I'm gonna keep narrowing it down until I've got an area of like a mile by a mile, and I'm gonna go with the pendulum, and I'm gonna see if I can't figure out where exactly she is by using that pendulum. Somebody emailed me and told me that it can be done. So I'm gonna try it. I've got nothing to lose. I've got a number and I've got a letter to use to that Suzanne put out there for us. Could it be Suzanne that was found on I-95 in Florida? They said blonde hair, blue-eyed woman, but we don't know Suzanne Stott. No. No, I don't want to say yes or no on that because I've read so much about, because everybody's emailing me with these people, these finds to look into. And I believe I've looked into 4 or 5 bodies that have been found that I have been able to rule all of them out as to being Suzanne. And I don't know, Des, if that's one of them yet. Well, thank you, Tony. Yes, Sally, thank you so much. And I really believe Lori waived her preliminary because she's worried about what information is going to come out. Don't forget, she's already seen what come out at Chad's. She's scared of what's going to come out at her prelim that may change Chad's willingness to protect her for a trial. She's scared that if certain information comes out at her prelim, that I think there's information there that if Chad sees, he may go, you little witch, you are trying to pin this on me. I think there's something there that would spook Chad and his lawyer into Chad coming out with it all. So I think she wants Chad's trial before hers. So whatever's going to happen, he's going to stay loyal to her, and then she's going to drop the ball. That's what I think is going to happen. Yep, I don't want to say too much about that reading, Opinionated Oma. I want people to go and check it out because I think they're going to see a lot in there too. Oh, thank you, Missy. Missy says, I really do appreciate all the interaction you do with us. Thank you. You're very welcome, Missy. And thank you for that super chat, because those super chats help me to be able to do more of these. And I really do love coming on and being able to interact and see what you guys think. Yeah, she must be really going nuts not being able to have that makeup. But at least now she doesn't have to come up with that red lipstick. So yes, Missy, thank you very much for that super chat. I really appreciate it, and it really helps my channel, helps for us to be able to grow too. Thank you, Laura. Tony says, I still think Chad looks like a Cabbage Patch doll. This lawyer looks like Flintstone's Fred Flintstone. Oh, thank you for that, Tony. I needed that. Oh. Cabbage Patch doll and Fred Flintstone, you nailed it. Oh, thank you, Darlene Burnell. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. You guys are just flying out with the super chats, and I really, 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 from the bottom of my heart, appreciate that. And I appreciate all you guys. I really do. Humpty Dumpty Chad. Oh. Yes, Shivani, I think Chad may be done protecting Lori. And Missy says, I think Chad is going to throw Lori under the bus. Lori is going to throw Chad under the bus, and they're both going to throw Alex under the bus. Yes, if you guys go back to that reading that I did, do you remember the past, present, future, when all this crap went down with Lori when she got arrested? And I did individual past, present, future reads on Chad and Lori, and I said they're going to turn on each other. I think they are. I really think they are. Yeah, Laura, Tony comes out with some good ones. Oh, Darlene, you know what? $5 is $5, and it helps. Believe me, every little bit helps. So I really appreciate the super chats from you guys. And being here and being part of my channel helps so much too. Being subscribed really helps. Watching my videos help. Super chats definitely help. So I thank you all for everything that you guys do. I really appreciate it. And I've said all along, my subscribers are the best. Every little bit does help. Thank you. For everybody who's done the super chats today, thank you so much. Did I see the meme about Chad? No. Is there a meme out? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but watch your readings and literally watch it happen. Thank you, Tony. You know, like I said at the beginning, when I do a read, I'm 1,000% in, okay? I do set, and like I said, the super chats and you guys helping build my channel do really help with me being able to set aside more time to do the reads like I did today on Suzanne Morphew and to do these lives, okay? And I'm going to say with my reads, things come out in my reads that everything that comes out is part of the case in some way, shape, or form. Even though it hasn't come out yet, doesn't mean that it's not going to come out down the line. Okay? Like I'm going to take with the lady that was found alive. I think there's more. Oh, thank you, Deb. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you. And as much as you guys appreciate my time, I appreciate you guys being here and doing everything that you do to help me build my channel and to support my channel. I appreciate it more than you guys know. So getting back to that read, she was found alive. Yes, it came out in my read, and I was, see, look at it, I got the goosebumps again. When I get feelings, especially all over body goosebumps like that, I know I'm on the right path there. So I really did feel like she was going to be. There's other things that are in that read that have not come out yet. Why did she run into the bush instead of staying on a road where she could have been seen? There's things I think that have happened that have not come out yet, and I think those two people that come out in the read are part of it. I got to that she had been injured. I associated it with these two guys. Now, if these two guys stopped and spooked her and scared her to the point where she ran into the bush where she got lost for 8 days, that was in the read. I may have read that off, but it does fit. If these two guys stopped and spooked her and she went into the bush and where she was harmed, and they did say she had some injuries, I seen those injuries and I seen those two guys. So I think that may come out still yet. If it hasn't already, I haven't really followed that because I've been just so busy, guys. The Family Guy or Kermit the Frog one. Oh, it is. I'm afraid to touch anything because I don't want things getting frozen up. But so Richard with ears. Oh, thank you, Laura. I love all you guys too. I have to come up with a pet name for my subscribers because I don't like calling you subs. I got to come up with a pet name for you guys. Those chills are the spirits rushing through you, I reckon, helping guide you. Yes, I believe that, Tony, too. And it's the intuitive part of me as well. When I mention something that has given me the shivers in the read, when I mention it again, I get the same shivers, which is telling me you were right. So her parents said she was trying to find a bridge that went over to Skakomish, but was on the wrong side of the road and got turned around and got lost. Yes, I know that was the initial statements that have come out, but I think there's still more to it, Opinionated Oma, that hasn't. They may not release it because I think there's something personal there going on. Opinionated Oma, to do super chat, you need to first set up a card, either debit or credit. It won't get billed to your phone account. Oh, there you go. I didn't know that. But I also do have the PayPal, if you guys want to throw something in PayPal, if that's easier for you. I'm not picky. I appreciate every donation that comes in, big, small, doesn't matter to me. I appreciate it all. Really appreciate it all. And I thank yous all. Oh, yes, I'm just saying what that statement was. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Opinionated Oma, because there was that statement that came out, and I've been waiting for the rest of it to come out, and it may not because I think it's very personal. Very personal. And I think there's stuff that they don't want being made public for whatever reason. And by all means, I am grateful that she was found alive. That's all that matters to me. I don't need to know the personal details, but I know, seeing in the cards, I know what I seen. I knew I was on the money. If the family doesn't want to go into detail, that, hey, none of my business. I'm just glad that she was found, and she was found alive. Call us babes. Babes. What do you guys think of that? I call you my, I don't know. I don't like calling you my babies because you guys are grown ass adults. Call us babes. A baba. A babas. Everybody's voting for babes. Hello, babes. All my babes. Actually, I vote for angels of tough, like Tony said. I didn't see Tony's. Where is that? Oh, see, I can't even scroll up. I'll mess up my. Okay, so my angels or my babes? Which one? How about once this video is uploaded? Okay, you know, angels of truth. Okay. Haha. I'm on it. Angels of truth. Babes. or my angels? Oh, no, I don't want to use anything that somebody else is using. Okay, so what I'm going to do, yep, Tony, exactly, thank you. I'm going to do everything that you guys, okay, Babes is out because I don't want to use something somebody else is already using. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the ones that you guys come out with right now in the live chat. Truth angels, angels of truth, truth angels. I like golden angels because of the golden wings. Okay, I'm writing them all down, which you guys come out with. Shrubs. Shrubs. All my shrubs. I like golden angels too, yes. I don't know if I like the shrubs one because I have a hard time saying it. And I'm going to have to say this over and over. Take that into consideration. Spare me, guys. Abba bars. Roses or rosebuds, that's pretty feminine, I think. And I know we have some males in here. Yes, Deborah, I know it means angels, but I can say angels better than, I don't even know how to pronounce that because my French and my English is kind of trying to mix there. Beginning letter of each name of your channel. Ababar. Ababar. All my Ababars. I don't know if I'd remember that. My baby angels. Do you think we'll hear of murder charges soon? Jessica. Regarding which case, Jessica? The Lori Vallow Chad Daybell case or Suzanne Morphy case? Which one are you speaking of? Hello from Australia, Annette. You finally caught alive as I'm about to wrap up. Huh? I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys are getting all the notifications. I've been hearing a lot that people have had to subscribe. You hit the notification bell. I hear that you have to uncheck the notification bell and then recheck it and click all so you get them all. Because I hear people haven't been getting the notifications. So to get the notifications, I think you have to be subscribed. So if you haven't subscribed, okay, Jessica, I'm right on that. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and check all. Okay, so okay, why was Jessica's messages retracted? Abars. Abars. All my abars. Yeah, I got that. But that's more towards me, Des, than it is towards my subs. I want to make it about my subscribers, so I don't have to keep saying subscribers. See, you're not getting the notifications, so that's what I think you're going to have to do is uncheck the notifications, recheck them, and make sure the all bell is checked. The love sleuth. The love sleuth. Giovanni. Faithful ones. How about my faithful followers? Huh? Faithful followers? Yeah, I think something with angels too, Karen, but faithful followers? We'll put it on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put truth angels, angels of truth, angels, golden angels, and faithful followers. Those are going to be the choices. Yes, because I have such a good subscriber following that have been every video and everything, and get into my lives, and like I just have the best subscribers ever. So that's why I want to make it about the subscribers, so I don't have to call you guys subscribers. I want to call you faithful followers, or golden angels, or angels of truth, or just plain my angels. Because it's personalizing you guys. Instead of like personalizing me, I want it to personalize yous. I want it to be all about yous. So those will be, you like the faithful followers? I like that too. My besties. My besties. That's cute too. You want me to put that up? I will put, okay, that's enough, because I don't know how many I can put up there, but I will put up besties too. Okay, so I will take out truth angels, because we got angels of truth. So I'll put in angels of truth, or just plain angels. I'll put in golden angels, faithful followers, besties, and faithful angels. Okay, so that's going to be it. I will put that up in a poll after we're done this, and I get my live stream sorted away. But it's going on. It's 5:30 p.m. here now, so I am going to have to wrap this up, you guys. I'm sorry for the ones who have just jumped in. You might want to go back and rewatch this, because a lot came out regarding the Lori Vallow thing. I touched base on what I think there and why I think she did what she did. And there's a lot from my, here we go. There's a lot in the chat from my faithful follower, bestie, faithful angels, angels of truth, golden angels that I've posted to. And their thoughts, because their thoughts really it keeps my brain going when I see some things that you guys are popping up with too that I may have missed. It's always good to have a whole bunch of us throwing in our thoughts. And then from that, we can set what we think has happened. Yes, it's been 2 hours and it's gone fast. Like, that's how enjoyable it is sitting here with you guys. It's like it's been half an hour, but it has been 2 hours. So, but I want to thank everybody who did the super chats. You don't realize how much those help me. So I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for them. And it does help me to be able to bring more lives and more reads on cases, because then I can set aside a block of time. And for those who are having, I think a few of you have had a problem with the super chats, you can also do the PayPal if you choose to do that, other than the super chats. If that's what you choose, totally up to you. I love it both ways. So, and it really does help either way. Okay, and both my email, if you guys want to inquire about private reads, please do so. My email, my PayPal, everything is going to be in the description below. So you might want to check that once this, and I'm going to let you guys know, somebody had asked me, they didn't see my live come up right away in the list of videos. That's because once I end my live stream, I don't know what is going on with YouTube lately, but it's taking forever for them to process it. So it sits in that live stream part until it's processed. Then they bump it over to where the list of my videos is. I don't know why it takes so long, but it's seeming to take like 12 to 16 hours before my lives are uploaded to my list of videos. So yes, that Suzanne Morphew video, there's good information. And now I think I'm going to have to, I've got a private read coming in shortly, and I've got to get something to eat for dinner. And I've got 2 to do tomorrow. So I'm hoping, I can't do it now because I've done this live because of this Lori Vallow messing up all my plans. But I am going to do that map thing that I talked about. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to get up in the morning, have my coffee, and try and get it in at least videotaped, not uploaded yet, but videotaped before I have to do my reads that are coming into my house tomorrow. So I want to try and get on that first thing in the morning. So I'm going to have to set my alarm to get up extra early. Yeah, see, notification 8 hours after the live. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, guys, but I've been hearing that since this COVID stuff started, that, and we've gotten, as creators, we've gotten a lot of notifications saying that things aren't working as they should because there's not people there to fix stuff as it goes. Okay, so I want to thank you all again. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending 2 hours of your time with me and with the fellow subscribers of the channel. I really appreciate it. So watch for that. I'm hoping to maybe have it up if I have time to do it all tomorrow. I will try and get that up tomorrow or on the weekend where I do the map thing. Oh, thank you, Darlene. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Thank you for that super chat. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Okay, so we will wrap this up. Watch for that with the map thing. I'm going to do it. And like I said, it's going to take a lot of printing out of maps because as the pendulum narrows down areas, I'm going to have to blow that part of the map up. Not blow it up, but you know what I mean? And print it out. And I'm going to get it to the point where I'm within a mile of where she is. Hopefully pinpoint the exact spot. I can't talk today. Yes, love and light to all of you. Thank you for coming out for the live. Thank you for all the super chats. It's very much appreciated. Thank you for the ones that have donated to the PayPal. And yes, please watch. I'm going to do the map thing. Okay, so please watch for that. And if you haven't checked already, go check out that Suzanne Morphew video that I uploaded today. You're going to like it. And you're going to know why I'm getting so involved with this map thing and why I'm willing to go to that extent. It's all in the video. Okay, so thank you guys for coming out. Love you bunches. And until next time, please take care of yourself and stay safe. Okay, until the next time, you guys, love you. And it's going to take a while for this to click off, so I'm going to close my camera.